Namaste everyone, this is Sandeep and welcome to my channel Only Study by Sandeep Dhiman. Today we are going to read lesson 13 Delhi Sultanate. Let's start. So we know during the late 12th century from 1173 to 1290 India was divided into many small and large states and there was lack of unity among different rulers. This attracted the ruler of small state of Gaur, Ghiyasuddin Muhammad, who is popularly known as Muhammad Ghori. He invaded and conquered Punjab, Sindh and few other states. Okay. But in 1191 CE he was challenged by Prithviraj Chauhan, who was the ruler of Delhi and Ajmer, and with the help of other Rajput rulers he defeated Muhammad Ghori. Okay. Which battle was this? This was Battle of Tarain. Okay, Battle of Tarain. It was fought in 1191 between Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori. This was the first Battle of Tarain. Okay, and in this battle Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad Ghori. But somehow Ghori managed to escape. Next year, with great preparation, he came again, and the Battle of Tarain too was fought between Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori in 1192, and in this battle Prithviraj Chauhan got defeated and killed. Okay, many Rajput rulers with Prithviraj, they were defeated and killed, and finally the Turks, they captured Ajmer and Delhi, and later on Jaichand was also killed in a battle in 1194. Okay, who was Jaichand? He was the ruler of Kannauj. Okay, and he didn't help Prithviraj Chauhan here, so Prithviraj Chauhan got killed. But later on in the battle of Kannauj in 1194 he was also killed by Muhammad Ghori. Muhammad Ghori returned with a large booty, means a lot of wealth, and he appointed Qutbuddin Aibak, who was his slave, as his deputy in India. On 15th March 1206, Muhammad Ghori was killed by the Kokar soldier, and the command of Indian territory came under the control of Qutbuddin Aibak, who was Ghori's slave. Okay, as I told, and Aibak established the slave dynasty. Okay, this is important. Who established slave dynasty? It was Qutbuddin Aibak. Clear? Hopefully it is clear. Let's read about slave or Mamluk dynasty. Qutbuddin Aibak in 1206 established slave dynasty. He established a strong kingdom. He defeated Yildiz, the ruler of Ghazni, and freed Punjab from him. He was a great patron of art and architecture, and he built Qutub Minar and Qubat ul Islam in Delhi. Okay, who built Qutub Minar and Qubat ul Islam mosques? It was Qutbuddin Aibak. Where did he build them? He built them in Delhi, and he also built a mosque popularly known as Dhai Din Ka Jhopda. It is in Ajmer. Okay, where is Dhai Din Ka Jhopda? In Ajmer. Hasan Azmi and Mubarak Shah were the literary gems of Aibak's court. Aibak died in 1210 CE. He was succeeded by his son Aram Shah, who was not accepted by the nobles, so they invited Iltutmish to rule. He came and defeated Aram Shah and became Sultan. Now let's read about Iltutmish. He became Sultan in 1210 and up to 36 he ruled. He made Delhi his capital. After becoming Sultan, he faced many problems but faced them bravely. He defeated the main rival Yildiz of Ghazni and Kuwait of Sindh and Multan. He was a great administrator, military administrator, and he liberated, this is important thing, who liberated the Turkish Empire from Ghazni? So it was Iltutmish who liberated the Turkish Empire from Ghazni. If we talk about his diplomacy, he diplomatically saved himself and Delhi from the wrath of the Mongol conqueror Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was chasing Shah of Khwarizm. So here diplomatically Iltutmish refused him to give shelter on the pretext that Delhi's climate would not suit him. Okay, this is how he saved himself and Delhi from the wrath of Genghis Khan. Okay, and he organized Chaliha. This is very important. Who organized Chaliha? Chaliha was a group of 40 Turkish nobles. Okay, it was organized by Iltutmish. He also introduced silver coins Tanka and copper coins Jeetal. Okay, so what was the name of silver coin? Tanka, and copper coin Jeetal. Okay, he was also a great patron of art and literature. Muhammad Minhaj us Siraz was the famous writer of his court, and he wrote the account of Iltutmish's reign. And Ruhani and Usami, they were also in his court. Iltutmish was a staunch Sunni Muslim and treated Shias and Hindus very badly. Okay, due to there was absence of definite rule of inheritance. Okay, and Iltutmish did not believe in the capacity of his sons to rule, so he nominated his daughter Razia as his successor. She was an able and strong administrator. Let's read about Razia. Okay, after Iltutmish, there was a problem. Ruknuddin Firoz, who was the eldest son of Iltutmish, he became the Sultan. Okay, but he was murdered after 7th month, and Razia became Sultan now in 1236. She crushed her opponents, and she gave higher position to the non-Turk nobles. She was an able military general and was considered an exceptionally capable ruler. She used to dress up like men while going in the military expeditions, and Razia could rule for a short period of 3.5 years. She was killed in a battle in 1240 CE. After Razia, Behram Shah, 1242 CE, he became Sultan, and he was killed in 1242. After that, Alauddin Masood Shah ruled from 1242 CE to 1266. Razia was the first Muslim lady ruler during the medieval period. Okay. Next here is Nasiruddin Mahmud, who ruled from 1246 to 66 CE. The youngest son was Iltutmish. He became ruler, and he ruled for 20 years. Ghiyasuddin Balban was his prime minister and the actual ruler. And after the death of Nasiruddin Mahmud in 1266, Balban became the Sultan, as Nasiruddin Muhammad did not have any son. Okay, so Ghiyasuddin Balban was his prime minister. He became Sultan in 1266 and ruled up to 86. He was very strong and capable ruler, and he suppressed all the opposition and created an atmosphere of obedience and patriotism towards the Sultanate. Balban ended the power of the group of 40 Turkish nobles to consolidate his position. Okay, so who ended the power of Chaliha? It was Balban, and he was a sultan who believed in complete justice. This is important thing. Which sultan of Delhi Sultanate believed in complete justice? It was Ghiyasuddin Balban. He did not spare even any wrongdoer, whether a common man or a noble. Okay, his darbar was very disciplined. Okay, yes, this is also an important question. Nobody could laugh or talk without his permission, or else faced punishment. Okay, so whose darbar is known for discipline? That was Balban's darbar. Okay, he enhanced the prestige and power of the sultan. He safeguarded his frontiers by constructing many forts and posting his best guards there. Okay, Balban died in 1286, and his successors were very big. So in 1290 CE, Jalaluddin overthrew the weak and incapable successors of him and captured the throne and established new dynasty. Okay, the Tughlaq dynasty. The Khalji dynasty. Okay, we'll read about that in our next video. Thank you.